Film Geek fans, welcome back to a really early morning of filming here at the Film Geek. It's 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning, and I've got my Batman Forever mug in honor of the movie The Batman, or it's the only clean mug I have, you pick. Anyways, on with the show, and today I'm talking about the 2012 film Cloud Atlas.
Lonesome night. Babbitt's bawling. Wind bind a bone. Wind like this, full of voices.
Cloud Atlas was directed by the Wachowskis and Tom Tickler, and it's starring an absolutely outstanding cast. Tom Hanks, Halle Berry, Hugo Weaving, yes, that's Hugo Weaving, Keith David, Hugh Grant, Bea Duna, and Susan Sarandon. Cloud Atlas is based off of the novel of the same name by David Mitchell, and it's an anthology film exploration of how the actions of individual lives impact each other in the past, present, and future. Yeah. During the 4 years that the film was in development, it ran into a lot of financial problems. Production on the film actually had to stop several times due to lack of funds. The film eventually gained the production budget it needed to produce the film from independent investors. The budget of the film ended up being anywhere between $100 million and $146.7 million, making Cloud Atlas the most expensive independent film ever produced. Cloud Atlas was released October 26, 2012, and it grossed just a little over $130 million worldwide, and only about $27 million of that was domestically, making the film a pretty good-sized financial flop. And then the critics, they thought it was okay. They were a bit divided on the film, and it's sitting on Rotten Tomatoes at a 66%. However, once the film did hit DVD, Blu-ray, and streaming services, it has gone on to gain a bit of a cult following. So, what do I like about this movie? Well, first off, I love myself an anthology film. And I also love an anthology film that likes to tie everything together at the end. And this movie is both of those. It does tell its story a little bit differently though. Instead of like other anthology films which tells a story, then goes to another story, then to another story, this film really kind of jumps around a lot. And what I mean is it doesn't necessarily complete the story it's telling you. It gives you like a bit of the story, then goes to another story, then goes to another story. So the way that this story is told can be a bit confusing, but it's not too awful bad. It does get a little hard to follow in some parts, but honestly, it's not so bad, and it does make the film really unique and sets it apart from other anthology films. The acting in this film is outstanding. Now, with a big cast like this, with these big time stars, you get one or two different things. You get either outstanding performances from all of them, or you get the terrible bottom of the barrel I phone this in performances. I'm looking at you, Movie 43. And we also find these actors playing roles that they don't generally play, like, I don't know, Hugh Grant the cannibal and Tom Hanks the murderous greedy man. This film also looks amazing. The cinematography is gorgeous, and not only is the cinematography amazing, the visuals and special effects are outstanding. And even though this film was made over 10 years ago, the special effects hold up and they look gorgeous. In fact, they're so well done that this film will probably be one of those movies that just goes on forever, looking absolutely fantastic. It's always nice to see these big old budget films actually use their budget to its fullest extent, and this film does just that. Now, if there's two common complaints about this film, one of which I've already addressed, and that is the story can be a little difficult to follow at times. Now, the other complaint is the length of the film. This movie clocks in at just under 3 hours. Okay, stop before you turn off the video right here, right now. The pacing in this film is outstanding. You don't notice how long this film is. It's all of a sudden, it seems like things are starting to wrap up and you're just kind of like, oh wait, the movie's almost over? And then when it ends, you go, holy crap, it's been 3 hours. You literally don't notice it. That's how good of a film this is. Now I'm going to admit, Cloud Atlas might not be everybody's cup of tea. But if you enjoy movies that are visually stunning, if you enjoy anthology films, if you enjoy movies that have a different style of storytelling, much like Pulp Fiction, then Cloud Atlas is right up your alley, and you can find it right now for rent on YouTube, Google Movies, and Amazon Prime. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of another Film Geek video. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's another thing you could do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.